All right, I'm actually with Doug. He's a outspoken LDS believer, which is great. That's what we love to have. We love LDS sharing their views on a lot of ideas. With Have You Experienced Jesus? The question for the week that we have, Doug, is simply this: is that there are many Christians out there that don't believe that Mormons are Christian because they have a different sort of gospel. What do you say to those Christians who are watching right now and trying to validate biblically why you are a Christian? What would you say?
Well, the first thing is that people have to understand that Mormons, what makes Mormons Christians is that Joseph Smith was a prophet of God and that the Book of Mormon is the Word of God. That's what makes them Christians, because it was the work of Jesus that called Joseph, and the work of the Father that had preserved the Book of Mormon all these years, all these decades and centuries to come forth in the latter days. So it's part of his work.
Okay, so what else
no,
that
you're
makes
not
you Christian?
Remember?
I know, but we don't have that much time.
Well,
so.
that's what I'm telling you. So if it's Christ's hand, if it's the God of Israel that has set his hand to restore the gospel of Jesus Christ and to gather his people in as he promised that he would, then there's nobody that can call themselves a Christian that wouldn't obey that. So,
well, how do you become a Christian?
Might as well wait.
But how? Okay, somebody just went by. So how do you actually declare yourself, I am a Christian? Mormons are Christian because of this reason.
Yeah, well, that's the reason. The reason is because Jesus Christ is the author of the Book of Mormon, just as he is the testimony of the Jews. The testimony of the Book of Mormon, it confirms the testimony of
okay,
Judah.
So you believe that you're a Christian based on the Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon that he wrote, and then your belief in the Book of Mormon that he actually brought back this.
Don't put
this
words
testament.
in my mouth. Let me.
Well, no, let me clarify.
If it's Jesus Christ, if this is the work of Jesus Christ, then those who reject it are not Christians by definition because they don't follow it, and those who do follow it are Christians by definition.
Okay, so. Got it. I'm glad that you just shared that.
Does that make sense?
Well, no, not really for Christians, but for your view, that makes sense.
From an argument sake.
Yeah, okay. I get it. But so those people who have rejected the Book of Mormon are not Christian.
That's right.
They might believe in the Bible 100% and believe in Jesus and what he did on the cross, paid for their sins, and everything else.
If Jesus Christ is telling them to come and they don't come, what are we going to say?
So then he said, even though you believe in me, forget it. I'm not gonna allow you to come into heaven.
He says that the elect, those are the ones that believe in him, hear his voice.
Yes.
All right, so if they don't hear his voice, if they reject his voice,
but if they hear it just on the Bible and they're not accepting the Book of Mormon, they're not Christian.
No, because they're not following Christ.
Okay, great. Okay, well,
all
got
right.
it. Thank you.
Does that make sense?